If you're a fan of the Splinter series, you'll most likely be more than familiar with their legendary multiplayer mode, Spies vs Mercs, from Pandora's Tomorrow. It was a true classic from the last generation of multiplayer where you clamber around trying to hack or defend data terminals, which created one of gaming's most addictive multiplayer modes. So thankfully, with the launch of Splinter Cell Blacklist due later this year, it also comes back with the revived Spies vs Mercs mode, with a few added extras thrown in.
Spies vs Mercs is a complicated relationship between the Merc class, which is a heavily armored first-person shooter, death-dealing defender of territory, versus the Spies, who are an agile, stealth-oriented third-person spy. And the goal for the Spies is to get in, infiltrate, and hack the terminals, ideally without being seen, because if Mercs see you, it's dangerous.
Unlike the original Spies vs Mercs mode, Blacklist version lets you have 8 players at once rather than 4, and introduce classes and some brilliant customization options. But if you're still hungry for the 2-on-2 original mode from Pandora's Tomorrow, you're in luck.
For the people who are fans of Spies vs Mercs back in Pandora Tomorrow or Chaos Theory, we have Spies vs Mercs Classic, which is 2v2. Mercs have flashlights on the end of their guns, and light and shadow is really a huge part of the gameplay. Spies want to be in the dark, they're using night vision glasses. It's a really traditional core DNA Splinter Cell experience. For Spies vs Mercs Blacklist, we have more players, we play 4-on-4, and it's all about sort of the paper, scissors, rock mechanics between the different presets and the different stuff you can load out, and how you want to choose to help your team by what equipment and what playstyle you want to select.
What makes Spies vs Mercs such a brilliant offering to Splinter Cell Blacklist is the sheer tension that the mode brings. Maps are designed to perfectly tease you with fear of being caught, with heart-pounding hiding places, and feeling frustratingly visible and exposed when you're a Merc. And of course, whether you're a Merc or a Spy, some of the best elements to the game are the unique bits of tech you have to use to succeed.
Yeah, there's a lot going on the Gadget side. It's a Splinter Cell game, so it's very gadget-oriented. But, for example, the Spies have their vision modes that allow them to, in Blacklist, allow them to literally see through walls. So you can choose when you're going to approach an area, whether or not you want to expose your position by moving through a doorway, or whether you want to climb around and take a different route because you know the Mercs are defending that spot. As a mercenary, one of the most popular gadgets you have is the proximity mine. So you're literally laying explosive traps in the environments, in places that you think the spy is likely to go. As the spy, if you can see those devices, you can disarm them or explode them before you get killed by them. But it's really the relationship between all these different gadgets and all the different stuff you can unlock and customize that makes the game so deep as well.
Simply put, there truly is no other multiplayer experience that can quite match up to the drama and excitement you'll feel in Spies vs Mercs. It's taken what was already a fantastic element in Pandora's Tomorrow and made it one of the most addictive and fun multiplayer experiences we've played in a long time. If the single player in Blacklist matches to the quality of this, we've still got plenty to keep us playing until the next generation of consoles come riding into town.
On release, we're going to have 6 maps, which sounds like a small list until you realize that we're going to experience the game in a lot of different ways. We have a very different experience for Classic versus Blacklist, Spies vs Mercs. When you play the game as a Merc, you're on the ground, you're playing in essentially a really traditional first-person shooter kind of gameplay style. And as a spy, you can climb anywhere, so you really get to experience the whole map and you see things from a different perspective. So there's a lot of depth in that 6-map package.